Okay guys, here we are in round 2 of the Vintage Daily event. We're playing against Azreille, and Azreille usually plays a paradoxical outcome style deck, tinkers and whatnot. So let's see, we won the die roll, which is pretty significant. Unfortunately for us, this hand is really bad against a paradoxical outcome because we can't stop a turn 1 play, like a turn 1 victory. Like we could, I guess, by throwing down blind revoker, but I'm going to mulligan this one. I think it's too important to try and find. A little bit rough, guys, but put that at the bottom for now. I guess we can be grateful that we've got a sphere here. Hopefully it doesn't get Force of Willed. If it does, I mean, we still got the Trinosphere next turn. Presuming he's on PO, we did the right thing and mulliganed into a sphere turn 1. A little bit of a rough way to do it, but them's the breaks. I'd love to get a land here, Mox, something like that. Okay, well, let's get rid of that. I think that's our first order of business. And cannot resolve one of my spells there. So, I mean, the bottom line is, guys, we're not in a good spot. I mean, we've mulliganed to 5. Yes, we've got a sphere down. Our opponent does have 9 cards. And, probably going to quite easily be able to belch out a whole bunch of Moxes or whatever here. We're going to have to draw incredibly well here to be able to finish him. Oof, man, crypt. That does help us finish him. I'm so far ahead, though. Well, that's actually not a bad card. If I could ever cast it, it would be quite significant. Because that is one way of being able to finish him off real quick. If I can peel a workshop next turn, it might be enough. And we need some help on those flips on the mana crypt team. Not missing flips is significant. So what are we looking for here? I would be happy with a Thorn. I'd be happy with a workshop. I guess even a land in general is solid. I guess an Overseer would be okay. Demonic Tutor. Not really happy to see that. So this could be a rebuild that our opponent's going to get here. Does run a main deck rebuild. So let's see. With my Revoker, Ballista. Ballista's not really what I want, but we're going to get it in there, guys. So, as I'm alluding to, this is very unlikely that we're going to win this game, but I do feel very good about this matchup in general. We are a little more prepared in our sideboard because we run 3 Ratchet Bombs, and what happens with our opponents, particularly when they're on the draw, or on the play, excuse me, is they belch out their hands, trying to prevent having to pay the sphere attacks, getting their boxes out. And if they don't go off, we can sometimes just drop a turn 1 ratchet bomb and blow up all their boxes. And it's a really strong play against them, and most people don't expect it. Okay. He also could have just went and got Academy too. So this looks like a PO here. Which I mean, you know, I'm not thrilled about it, but I'm okay with it. Oh, Tinker. Okay, Tinker's definitely a good one. So Blightsteel Colossus is very, very difficult for us to be able to beat here. We do have outs to this though. We do have Metamorphs, which we will be able to cast if we have to. We can sacrifice our Thorn here, or our Sphere. So, look, I mean, this is not super ideal. We're not going to be able to get there. Yeah, it's really tight. I mean, I guess Metamorph could do it. Metamorph can do it. I guess a land here helps us cast Precursor Golem. But, you know, I'm very much of the mind to block with my factory here. I want to keep my Ravager for just some small chance I can combo. But, I mean, the likelihood of any of this mattering is very moot. Well, one of the reasons we run Metamorphs is to be able to combat things like this. And believe you me, I have been getting hit with really quick Tinkers early in the game. Yeah. Well, I mean, let's try it. We're going to pull up short for sure, but too bad we can't get that Precursor in. That would actually put us in range. All right, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's actually close, you know. What does he have for... I mean, he's trying to counter this. This does put me close, right? 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll hit him for 6 damage. I can move 5 over to this. No, I don't want to put him to 11. Precursor, on the other hand. What's funny is, had he lost a mana crypt flip or something like that, it would have been far more likely that we won this because we were able to deal him 6 damage here. Okay, so look, that didn't work out perfectly. That's for sure. But it's okay. I feel like Overseers are reasonably underwhelming here. But maybe we want them. EE is really solid. 3 Hercs. So he's got a lot of ways to hurt something like an Overseer. I'm going to take those out. Well, this is an awkward hand. I'll keep it. Hopefully we can draw into some lands. If he draws the... what the problem here is that we can't cast our Ratchet Bomb. Right? Because we're underneath our Thorn here. Now, if he Force of Wills this, and puts all his stuff out, and doesn't go off, we're alright. Now, the only thing that makes this hand somewhat viable is that we have 2/2 drops here. Okay. Interesting. Just playing a land and passing. Land? That's a great draw. And we can Precursor here in another turn. Okay. This isn't the worst. He could be building up to a Hurkyl's Recall here, but I'll Wasteland given the opportunity here. Almost assuredly he's going to cast some Mox in here, though, or something, right? Or is this just going to be a Sensei's Top? Oh, an EE. That's what it is. Is this an EE? Okay, so, I mean, we're facing out a Hurkyl's Recall here for sure. Just going to attack with 2 and cast a Precursor Golem. I mean, we could die here. He's certainly got a lot of Shop's Hate, but I mean, he's got to go off. But I'm not going to cast a... I'm just not going to cast a Ratchet Bomb here. Oh, Sabotage. Yep, very nice. Now he's got the Herx up. But if he had a Herx, I don't think he'd worry about that too much, would he? So this is feeling kind of bad here. Our opponent's got 6 cards in hand. I kind of need him to cast some of his Moxes out, all of his Moxes out, and we can catch him with his pants down. I wonder if our opponent's got more of a controlling hand. Like counter spells, etc. Like no fast mana. If he passes here, I will cast my Ratchet Bomb, sacrifice my Mox, blow up his Mox. Okay. Interesting. So is this a Hurkyl's Recall? I guess that's reasonable. See if we can get that to resolve. Now this could be a Herx from him, but we'll see. Kind of sucks to if it is a Herx, but he still loses all his stuff if he does Herx me. If he Herx himself, then, you know, I can live with that. So it is a Herx, it looks like. Or a rebuild. So rebuild was a bit of a beating there. We lost our Mox. But it is what it is. Next turn we can cast a Ravager and we'll beat down for 2. Actually, no, I'm going to just recast my Ballista and my Ravager. And then the Howling turn, hopefully we'll draw land and we can just Chief and beat down. Yep. Yep. We do want to get damage in here. So now our opponent commits. This is not good for us, what we're seeing here. Yep. Yeah, these PO decks are really tough to beat. I've found that Ratchet Bomb has upped my game against them significantly, but sometimes it just, you know, they just do their thing, and there's not, like, even this just doesn't feel like much versus what they're doing right now. Like, look at that. I am so overwhelmed here. It's not good. I guess I take, I mean, Sensei's top scares me, but he does have 4 cards in hands. Maybe I do just take a Sensei top. I mean, the PO, it's a lot worse if he's got the PO in his hand. But if he doesn't have the PO, shutting off the top is quite significant. Then next turn, we really hope we draw a land. A workshop specifically would be just so great. Okay, that's a start. Him losing the life there is significant. Because if we're able to rip a land here, we can cast Chief and Animate Factory. We'll be hitting for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's solid. So he's hurting me. Yep. Just a massive PO. Yep. That's essentially game. I mean, there's just no way for me to come back from this. He would have to have the most epic of punts, poor draws to be able to lose this from here. But you never know. I mean, we'll see what he does. If he just goes off again, I mean, likely can just concede from there. But having played a fair bit of this deck myself, like, it does happen. He's going to see a hard cast Blightsteel here. No, Demonic Tutor. So maybe we'll get a Tinker here. Or just even another PO, just so amazing. It's even better than a Tinker in my opinion. Okay. I mean, we got outs to Tinker, man. My opponent is at 10 life here. Apparently he's not done casting things here. Oh, we just took another turn. Okay, so that's game.